Hello, folks. Welcome back to VoD Review. We have a series between TL and C9 to decide who made it to the finals of America's Split 1. It was TL. Ended up beating C9 in 3. So excited to dive in and see how TL got a win where most people favored C9, including myself. So TL definitely played a lot better this weekend. I'm curious to see what went into that. That being said, before we hop into the VoD Review, thanks so much for tuning in. Follow me everywhere at CubbyXX, including on Twitch, where I stream these live. And likes, comments, and subs help the channel out a lot. So with that being said, let's hop on in. Okay, game one. No Draven, Cassante or Varus. Definitely a little bit targeted at Yon. And then Zyra, Yone, and Renata. Renata, a bit of a curious ban. This does leave up the two very OP picks and the Skarner and the Callista that have pretty much been perma red side bans for Fearless across all regions. So it's a trade, which we haven't seen a lot of, but I will say, do like this for TL if they are able to play Talia. APA's Talia has been very sound, and I think that playing Callista into Talia is hard. So I like the TL's leaning on this. And I think the draft that they end up with is really tough for Callista to play into. So if you're going to give up that plan, we didn't see the plan for going into Skarner, but we did see it for Callista, and I think it's decent. 8th prep diff. We'll give it to the whole TL coaching staff, including Rainover. They fell for the trap. Yeah, Corky and Callista is the call. Ends up being the GP picked on 4, and they're going to give support counter pick to Core. Pantheon picked up. I was a little bit surprised with the Pantheon here. I like the Alistar ban a lot, actually. I thought these bans were really warranted. Also, the Poppy Rumble, pretty warranted, going up against TL, too. You just end up getting GP'd, which I think makes life really tough for Callista once again. And the fact that Mbess is showing, and we're willing to throw down GP like this early in the draft, this is impactive. I don't like a Pantheon Azir. I think that's where I'm at with this draft. I think that this these pairings just need to be a little bit different. I think for me, I see a little bit of increased value in I think Leona, because at least you can outrange Talia or threat, and then you have the Q cooldown to fight this. Because I think if you blind Nautilus, like, you get Brommed and kind of hate your life. You can't Brom here. Actually, I mean, you could blind Brom. Callista Brom's not terrible. But if you... blinding Brom is awful. We're always very anti-blinding Brom. I don't hate Brom here, though, honestly. The balls to play GP, so he gave big props to Impact. Yeah, I mean, it ends up being a good pick. I don't think these two picks are good in the GP. Like, we're just taking him to take him. I would have actually really liked Ahri here. I know it's we don't have damage then for the Skarner. So I think they felt like they had to pick Azir to have some sort of damage for Skarner. But I think Ahri plays really well in the Talia. And you would at least have some pressure / be able to match pressure and then actually go take advantage of this, which should be winning, and then you can also try and turn this. I don't know. I really like the Ahri Talia matchup. I think it's really good for Ahri. Bruh. Honestly, you know what the best part about this series is we get to skip the pause in, like, the failed chrono break. Wyver's been a bit better. Dude, they did Umpty dirty on the hair, by the way. What's this? Alright, Impact, prep, and barrels. Oh, he missed the third. Time to find out his spawn is the Whisper. That's funny. Kind of cute from APA. He's threatened to steal small wraps, which can be significant. And then he's going to base and walk back. This is something I've realized that APA has been doing a lot. It's walking back, like finding a base timer and then walking back. Because now what ends up happening is you have item advantage. If you're able to use that to force enemy TP, then you get to choose when you TP, which is right before grubs, and then you have a pressure advantage then. Because when Loki TPs back, even if he TPs back with item advantage, you have like a 2-3 minute window where whatever damage you do sticks. And they're using Core JJ to just go walk mid during that time. I think it's really smart, actually, from TL. Again, with the TP changes to mid, walking versus TPing is sometimes only the difference of a creep or two. It's not significant. So using it for the timer, I think is the right call. And yeah, APA just gets a stack in early tier. That's fine. Trey Smith's getting tagged? We'll talk football after this, Pacemaker. Barber waiting for his cap. I'm to what, double rubies so we get some utility. Yeah, and then here comes the TP back. So Loki gets to match this one. But again, APA has very consistently been doing the walk back and then try and force a TP trade. Good to see C9 not fall for it. The XX instant W. True. We listen to albums on the stream too. So we got the whole album going. How we do our VoD reviews. Singing no.
Timing could be great, but like you said, Cummy.
Black Steve, thanks for the follow. Really surprised the lack of proactive swaps we have for grubs. Again, it is kind of nice we have support counter pick here for TL, because it's harder for Sven and Vulcan to just get prio, slam it, and then try and rotate for grubs. I just... Like, right here, why does C9 not swap top? That wave's in. And you're Callista Pantheon. Do you think APA champ pool is slim or a problem? It was more of an issue at Worlds than it's been here. We'll see if going international, if that, like, what it ends up being. I think it is over-exaggerated, but it's not... It's kind of... I think it's overblown. I think the issue is overblown. But it's not like he plays every champ of the game. He cannot play melees. Like, he will not play melees. Don't know how to swap, didn't even contest level 1. I mean... I feel like we're just in a situation where... Good flash here from UMT. That's worth. Really heavily worth. And he fucking cruises out too. I mean, that's so fucking worth for TL. 2-for-1 split and getting kills on your solo laner, or keeping your solo laners alive, and taking like flash away from Loki. Only UMT burn flash. They get to cruise out and play their waves. I will take this as TL. I think 2-for-1 split, like the fact they got access to a grub's fine. And then you traded a kill on an APA and a death on Azir for a kill on the Sedge, that's worth. and traded up sums. I can't wait for the lane swap change next season to where there's a ref on stage that shoots on sight any pro attempting to be in their non-designated lane. I like lane swaps. I think they're a fun part of the game. Asked APA when he's pulling out Silas, and he said, if you want to lose con, sure, we can bring out the Silas. He plays all the Silas answers, guys. It's fine. The real question people should be asking is, when do we see the APA Aurelia? There's a VoD. APA Qued. I mean, Qued as a champ is just a little bit too feast or famine for me. But I do like Qued. I think Qued's fun. I don't know a single matchup where I want to play Qued in the game. Outside of maybe the Aatrox matchup, where he does roll. Why do they show gold at 14 instead of 15? I personally wish that it would just be gold at 14 in the game. Because something actually happens at 14 where like the plate's falling off. Whereas I feel like we just picked 15 because it was a round number. I mean, that sucks. Yeah, APA he is good at it. Safe wave clear, safe Omega Scale. Now he picks the match or punish champ style versus champ. I mean, Talia would be wave clear, right? So it fits into the category, but no, I don't think it's just that. I think his Cassio is quite good. Cassio for me is a lane dominant pick. That was there has to be a fucking behind the scenes bet or some running joke they had where it's like, you get a kill and you fucking do that. I don't know what ended up happening there, but yeah, Yawn and Corey kind of dumped on them. They made Sven look a wee bit silly. Superman Yawn. I'm happy for Yawn getting his props, man. For me, I really didn't. When Yawn was coming out of Academy, like, he's not the archetype of player that I thought would be successful. Or, like, he would have to work to be successful. I always knew that Yawn worked hard, but he really again, a lot of the ADs that you see do well instantly, like, Danny and Masu were the ones where they're naturally really gifted team fighters and play that stage of the game really well. And then it's about learning the rest of the game to get there. Yawn was the inverse. He was really, really good playing the game from minute one, but wasn't as consistent or as good at positioning or driving home the lead later on as those guys were. And he really has worked on it and, like, brought it. And he always had, like, mechanics. It's not like that was an issue. It's just that he was the opposite player archetype for what the role was being scouted for. This is something me and Swiffer do all the time when kills are gotten, so I just did it. That's fun. Yeah, it had to be a running joke. Oh, that's sad. We were fighting for grubs. And Yawn was able to be out. Actually, nice play here from C9, but they're going to get Taliad. Yawn? That's a crazy flash. I mean, I know that it looks like he failed the wall, but he still got out of his zero ult and got enough damage down where it might have made the difference in, like, the rest of the fight. All right, so it's a 4-2 split. I think that's not too bad. TL do drop the fight. APA was getting bought in and based before TPing. And he got Seraphs. I can't blame APA for that. I think that in a world where he's here a little bit earlier, might have been more playable. But he got bought in and based and TP'd. Like, that's, for me, that's TL might have played this one a little bit fast, which I think they did. Also think that if Core were to lock up Vulcan, maybe that keeps them off Yawn. And the fact that Yawn took so much damage early was tough. And it's a really good follow from Thanatos, too. One of the better 80 carries, analytics-wise, since he entered LCS. He's always laned well. It's just that, like, sometimes in fights, like, it just wasn't consistent or good enough. And he's just gotten better and better at that. Good play by APA. Sven can't hop through that, so he's got a flash. That's really nice. Yeah, dude, Vipers at Worlds, man. And then you have Jackie Love maybe there. We'll see. And then Hans, most likely. That's gonna be good. I really feel like Jackie was playing just on another level right now. Dude, they gotta be laughing at the fucking or I don't know what Hatham was showing them, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're clearing Jackie Love, then you might just be the best AD in the world. I sincerely right now, I think that Jackie Love's the best AD in the world. I think this guy's playing just another fucking level, and has been for a while, frankly. Just that his teams have, other issues. TL ended up managing their health bars rather well in this fight. I don't like how Loki's playing the Azir, but I think that the way that TL kited back and the way that Loki played the opening of the fight, there's just no way for him to get Sand Soldiers deep into this fight. So as long as TL plays back, which they do really nicely, they win. Because Loki's not DPSing. Yeah, I mean, that shuffle is just not valuable. And as long as TL kites back, it's really tough for Sven and Loki to walk forward. I think they're doing a really nice job of it. And, like, yes, Impact dies, but back half fight still goes to TL. I think the terrain, and if TL just walk backwards in these fights, it's really tough for C9. And I like the fact that TL has that identity. They have go buttons and combos too, but if a fight like this breaks out and they walk backwards, like C9, it's really tough for them to get through these unraveled earths from APA. And I love the position that APA is holding to drop him. Like, it's these things that make us Talia just really solid. That, and then APA being like, hey guys, like, Sven's no flash, let's just fucking go. Unraveled Earth on Callista. Like, on the face of Callista, losing formula. Really appreciate this game, this plan to let a Callista through and, like, have a really sound game plan into it. Oh, we're stuck. This is a 5v4. Now it is a 4v4, so GP just gets to win. Impact can't join, so the entire time TL's taking this, they know Impact can't join. And I think that going for more than Sven was an oops. Like, bot wave right now is -1, the map seesawed, but for me, like, even after this initial kill, if they don't chase, if you shift topside, you can just trade Dragon for Rift, which I think is a trade up for TL. And all the camps are up on the top side of the map, so you can actually contest those. Just because Ambessa has bot in, Impact has top in, and then If we go back 5 seconds, right? We have fast track to mid. You can easily jail a Zero for a wave and get in a split map scenario where you feel like you're trading up with like Rift and access to camps, just have like being up a man in this scenario. So I think we overplayed our hand a little bit here as TL. Good fight from Loki. I think that like where and how Loki enters the fight made it really tough for TL. TL will never get Talia through a draft at first stand if Callista's open. Yeah, but I mean, if you ban, like, again, Callista mostly being picked on blue, we have started to see in LPL some blue side teams banning it because they want to prioritize other picks like Jace Cassante. But again, like, if you actually want to first pick Callista and just ban, if you ban Talia on 3, then TL can ban Callista. There's other stuff you can play into it too, but. Oh, fuck. Rift was down during this. I'm dumb as fuck. Dude, I don't like this. The gray circle shows up for Rift early. So, like, I'm trolling myself. But what I just said in the review is completely wrong. I guess they could, like, in the extended play if they played out a minute. But, I mean, Sven's back up by then. Okay. I still don't think that taking the fight's the right play. It should have fixed map. Take the pick, fix the map. So they ended up losing a bit for it. I guess they traded up in towers. And then they force Loki out and go for the Wake contest here. They get Blabber's Flash. That's okay. Vulcan has fun playing League of Legends. Ooh. Thanatos is no Flash. I will say I don't see Thanatos using abilities to get in range. It does make the drafts more engaging. Some drafts have been really one-sided. Alright, they get Talia's Flash. Impact ulted the wave. So that's even. And then they do get Rift. Serpent's Fang for impact. Wow. See, like, this is a take that C9 just cannot afford to do. Like, Loki is coming to protect the Rift Crash. It's seated, and he's hidden. They don't go for anything else. I'm down with Loki, like, fogging. Loki would have to play mid, and, like, they'd have to shift into this. I just don't think that C9, like, the Vulcan Blabber duo, is not respecting this at all. I think they need to go long way to defend. They cannot take the shortcut like this. Like, no matter what, like, this is a terrible 5v4. So not playing with a turret here when you know that you're going to be down a man just based on Loki TP versus Impact TP and where they're at on the map is bad. Do you think LTA sent the best team to first stand? No, I think FlyQuest is still probably best team. But they weren't the best. Like, they have not been playing their best. I think on their best day, FlyQuest is the best team. I just think they're the most complete. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, TL deserve to go, right? They won the tournament. And what do you guys think? Did LTA North send, or did LTA like send the best team? Yes or no? Don't think any of the teams look the best. Kind of agree. Yeah, they all have flaws. TL played a really nice final, but yeah, the road there wasn't the cleanest. Failed the test to prove it multiple times. Yes, they have. But, I mean, TL legitimately took a game off T1. FlyQuest took Gen G HOE the distance. These guys stuck together. I think they earned the right to stick together, and I'm happy to see them go international and continue to prove it. I mean, that's what they're playing for at this point, right? Yeah, I mean, He'll deserve it. Hang on. It's been good shift from Loki. Oh, he actually goes top. I like the idea of the shift from Loki. I think that they could have called this off a little bit earlier. Like, I think there's a scenario here where we can base Sven, get him to catch top, and then play map out from there. Yon's best player in the league right now. For me, Yon has been really good, but I still think that Core and Impact have just been playing stupid good league. And for me, like, Yon's been good. I don't have him as like head and shoulders above everyone else's best player. Impact did not play well most of the split. I disagree. I think Impact actually has played really well. I think there are other issues with the team. Every time I see Impact play or fight, I just think the Impact's playing good league. I don't think Loki can afford to be on this wave. Like, he gets top +1, but it just doesn't matter. And then the seesaw TL's winning the right side. So for me, you almost have to drop this to try and drop a zero turret mid, and then that's how you try and play out Dragon from there. But by Loki being top for this long, it just guarantees Dragon control over to TL. I think that... And Bessa can't get an angle because she's stuck on bot wave. Mr. Streamer calls chat dumb. I mean, that's my specialty. And Yanya's not even here. I only watch Cubby for the verbal abuse. That's what I'm known for. Ooh. APA got kind of shit on here by Blabber. He's channeling Wall to get out. It's just late. As he's reacting to Panthalt, and then Blabber has a really, really nice R. And then the flash out is really good. Blabber played this fight really well. Because if he gets caught by depth charge, he does die at his health bar. And then TL gets split from there. Thanatos has a nicey. That's very nice. Really, really well played by Thanatos. Good hands there. That's really well played by Blabber and Thanatos in that fight. I think TL ultimately didn't want to end up sending the house onto the Sejuani, right, with passive up and Aftershock. And of course, Dragon's taken, which is nice, but ended up being a split retreat. Maybe there's an argument here that TL go attack the TP. Like, if they're able to keep APA to, like, stall this, and then TL moves this way, maybe they end up with a more split fight for C9. But C9 getting the Talia, I feel like Talia is really a linchpin. Just for dealing with the Ambessa and the Callista. Also, we picked Ambessa in the Talia. I'm a little bit surprised by that, gotta say. I know Ambessa is really high priority, but I don't think Impact's the best Ambessa in the world, so I actually think he could have dropped that. I must see this play from the start. Like, first off, Yon just takes half his Ven's health for fun. That's not the Niels Callista I love, know and remember. And then Blabber walks in. I guess he just didn't Q react. That's very greedy. And then, like, oh. C9's down a man. Like, why? The fact they got this wave +1 and then pushed past it. What the fuck am I looking at? Oh, and then we don't get in range to even drop on a 0 turret. Like, Jesus Christ, man. What a way to lose. I am flabbergasted that we decided to walk past the halfway point of mid. The fact they got the wave is, like, that should buy 30 seconds. Good flash by Impact. Comp from C9 doesn't really play into the strengths of the players. I mean, I like Ambessa for Thanatos. I feel like it gives you the ability to be a little bit of a lane diff. If you do that, you can lead in the team fight diff. It's Vulcan on engaged, Sven on Callista. I don't know what you're looking for. I don't think that this is a strength of the players issue. I feel like Blabber and Sven just kind of ran it for fun, and then the rest of the team kind of just decided to join him. Like, Sven lost half of HP, Blabber lost his life, and then as a team, we decided to cross the halfway point of mid, down a man. Like, we're actually just for funning it as a team. Blabber flash yoinked. There's Otacon, so TL. I do appreciate how they're at least posturing for this. Using the Baron to try and bait him in and then go from there. And Core gets the flash and doesn't use the depth charge, so like they get GP ult off, but yeah, you get to set up for the next play. And I mean, Core is just better. That's so fucking good too from APA. Again, we have Otacons up, so we get to play aggro. We'll questionable here from Thanatos. That one hit a lot of air. Vulcan's Pantheon was way better than I was expecting. Really? I think that we should be catching like globally it didn't have an impact. I mean, well played from TL. I just think that the last two sequences for C9 have been tough. Again, they're really split. And like Loki's just on the wrong side of the fight entirely and then gets one tapped. Dude, Core, I can't want I mean, obviously I'm saying this nothing against Yon. I think Yon played this fight out fine. But I can't watch plays like this and then go like, oh yeah, like Yon's the best player on this team, or like the best player in the league, when I mean Core just fucking went nuclear. Why would you want this Callista Pantheon combo if you're not playing for it? I can agree with that. Like, you're trying to play for it against multiple globals, right? And then playing into the global, where usually Pantheon, there's a little bit more strength than playing away from it. That's why I felt like I didn't love the Panth as much. That's why I kind of wanted Leona. I advocated for a little bit of Braum, too. In general, it's not that good. Yeah, I don't think Pantheon... it's playable. I don't think Callista abuses the point-click stun as well as other supports, and having a Leona Nautilus to force the pace of the game more in Callista's favor could be valuable. I mean, she didn't dominate this lane, though. You had support counterpick, and Corki's okay in the Kalista, so, like, they just straight up fucking lost. Straight 2v2. I fear Nautilus wins. I think that you're kind of double countered by Nautilus Corki. Naut's really hard to move in the first few levels, and Corki just gets suppressy and melt Kalista. They are really good laners, but I think that this matchup's winning. APA cooking, APA smurfing, spawn buff is real. I mean, like, how fucking valuable is Talia in this draft, guys? And it's R1 to R2. That's been honestly the biggest issue I've had with some Fearless drafts is I'm just seeing games like the top esports versus JDG. Gragas was R1, and the entire draft that JDG ended up with into Gragas was just fucking dog shit. Like, we R1 Talia here. And the entire draft that you have in the Talia is like a Talia wet dream with everyone having abusable dashes. They didn't punish GP. They just kind of bled out. Yeah. I just think that a lot of times in Fearless, especially with like well-rounded options missing, sometimes it's just nice to stick to a theme and stick to it hard. So when you're giving people early picks that they get to thematically play around, because you don't draft well into it, that's an issue. Again, into Gragas, they ended up with Jack Sedge topside, which you can't really play into Gragas, and then a Ziggs carry, which again you can't abuse into Gragas. Gragas loves playing into mages as the game goes on. Oh well, no more Fearless. Yeah, we'll see if they change that at all. I think it's Season 16. It's Fearless at Worlds. I really do. But Thanatos spotted. Add Fearless for MSI this year? No. I think it's too late to change it this year. Would be nice to have a real tournament with Fearless. I agree. I mean, this Kalista just gets fucking eaten. Thanatos just flashed in. Another missed ult. Thanatos didn't. He had one nice fight in that Bessa. The other fights have not been good. Bad R there. And then he's going to lose the 1v1. Just gets absolutely fucking clapped by this GP now. Meanwhile, other side of the fight. I really like what Umti does, actually. And I think that Loki's approach to this fight was poor. Like, for me, Loki being here and being in the front line and going for that Q was just really bad. Again, it's another fight in a row where Loki's Sand Soldier... Like, Q's been used. The Sand Soldiers are in a terrible spot. Oh, and then we have to EQ out. So, like, we're auto-attacking with our autos and not our Sand Soldiers for a big chunk of the fight. I think that Loki, like, looking back on this tape, actually did have a really tough game. Thought he had a really tough game. Oh, there's a rumor going around. They're going to change it to best of threes, by the way, Psycho. I can't legitimize it, but I just... someone said there's a rumor they're going to change Split 2 to best of threes. I would like... I don't have many more thoughts on this game one. I thought C9 actually just played terribly to end the game, and I didn't like their draft. I think TL had a really good prep in that draft. Zinni's won LCK 3 out of 4 splits in a row. When will he be NA's savior? Brother, that guy's not allowed to come to NA. He's too good. Literally contract jailed up there. All right, blue side attempt number 2. First pick Jace. Rumble Vi. And then Kai'Sa's in with a blind alley. Okay. Do you like how Alistar interacts with Kai'Sa in fights if Kai'Sa just chooses the wrong time to pick a spot? Silas ban warranted. Poppy ban also warranted, so I can't complain about the bans. Zeri picked up for Yawn. I will say the Zeri Victor, like for me, just looking at this, we have 3 carries with all the damage in the world, and this is the utility to help him out. I think that if we traded out one of these picks for some utility, might have still been nice / very playable. For that reason, I do think the Galio ban is warranted. I don't think that you can slam Aurora for APA on 4. Yeah, the Zeri Alistar is tough. Yeah, I think the Zeri plan for me is just a little bit like unwarranted. If you go for something like Ashe here, though, I don't know how. And TL has not been playing a lot of Ashe. I mean, you could just take Jhin for setup. Or I'm thinking of like, is there a mid pick that APA can play with more setup? Because I do like Victor into Aurora. It's quite good. We just really lack utility for TL's comp. And Aurora R is going to be very impactful. There's not a lot of ways to play around it. I'm any mid picks you guys can think of that's like better here than Victor that can bring more utility. They didn't take Leona or Rel. I mean, I think Leona is perfectly fine. But I actually kind of like Alistar into this. I actually do. Zen can only go one way, so you can really fuck with him. And Alistar threaten is like, for me, has a unique ability to really threaten Kai'Sa when Kai'Sa jumps in. Anyway. Ahri would be okay, but not a great angle. I don't like Ahri into Kai'Sa. I feel like Ahri's best when you have targets that you can easily attack, and Aurora Kai'Sa is not too attackable. And what else has APA played in this split? I mean, let's just fucking look. I'm a little old school by doing that. Honestly, not... Oh, Nico? I actually would not have mind. Nah, no Nico. We're anti-Nico. Oh my god. Ori? Yeah, I would like Tori better, actually. I don't know. Like, I think Victor in isolation is good, but yeah, you just need CC. He has not played Ori. He's a better Syndra than an Ori player. I actually think the Syndra is okay here. But if you go Syndra, then you get poked out later on by Jace Kyson. That feels like shit. I think that Victor's a little bit more defensible for that. It is good here. It's just that there's not enough setup for the Rumble Victor for me. I mean, I think like Jhin Victor could have been better if they just ate the Jhin. Ori was staple for Vi Alley. What changed? APA is just not a great Ori player. Like, his Cinder is much better than his Ori. I think Jin would have made for something a little bit more well-rounded. But it is what it is. It is. But Victor has a lot of good traits. You just can't move as Victor. Like, this guy, really good scaling, really good laner. You just cannot leave your fucking lane. Because if you do, you feel like piss. And I don't like the tier build. Honestly, it's kind of warranted this game, though, going Seraphs into Kai'Sa, Aurora, Jace. I just think the torch is the move. That torch item is not okay. Especially on a champ like Victor, where you just get to fucking apply it so easily. Like, it's so easy to have an E that impacts like 2 or 3 people, and then you just get so much fucking AP. And you want to go death cap, so then, you know, torch and death cap, plug. Alright, we have Alistar walking up for Grub spawn. Very early, actually, so he's going to look for angle. Oh, this is so fucking good. God damn it, man. This is so good. This is a great call from TL. So weak early, but never get exploited. Maybe level 1, but I don't know, man. I'm still waiting for people to pay more respect to Impact's Rumble. Every game I see this guy get Rumble, he's just fucking feasts the game. Nice reaction from Thanatos, but still loses Flash and dies. That's a huge trade-off for TL. It's a really, really nice play. First stand's going to be interesting. Yeah. We find the... have we ever had APA versus Caps, by the way? I don't know if we've had APA versus Caps. Still expecting the G2 is going to win. Alright, Grubs has spawned. I mean... I don't like the alt angle from Impact. And Chase got to deal a lot of damage back. Also, where's Umpty in all this? I mean, I know that we spotted Blabber, but I feel like Brother could have been here a lot faster. Only interesting things are JoJo and Broken Blade. Dude, I miss JoJo. My fucking boy. Oh, that sucks. A 1 HP smite. I should have been 2 for 1 for C9. Oh. Is this a fuck up? Yeah, it is. Okay. That's still fun. Oh yeah, Callista's for sure exciting. That guy's really fucking good. Hmm. They put a lot of time and focus into the Jace, who's like still picking up resources. So props to Thanatos. Again, Thanatos has been laning really, really well. But we have not seen them attack the Kai'Sa yet. Okay, here we go. Kai'Sa was flashless. Ooh. Core actually fucked up here. He didn't W him back. Can't we W him back? Huh. Oops. Still got something. Vulcan was top. Went through mid. Was spotted. Yeah. Hmm. And Victor has to stay mid. Impact has TP up in a sec. These scrubs. Wish Umti was a little bit more patient here. I actually think that like there's an opportunity where if you stay in the brush, that Vulcan walks in towards you here. And then that's actually a decent find. Oh, man. Nice ult from Impact. That's really nice. Oh. APA missed. Yeah, Umti going on Thanatos there when he has flash and he's able to get over the wall is definitely a mistake. It's not the right take. And Impact's going to be sacrificed to the gods. What? Look at how much damage he does here, actually. Yeah. That's really big for C9. They got a lot there, obviously. Just not the right target or engage from Umti. I think it made for a really hard fight for TL off the bat. And then just fucking Aurora power. Easy 4-man. Good flash from Yon. If that W hits, passive procs, and maybe it goes down. The fact he's there, though, is tough. Definitely behind in terms of a base, too. Just looking at scoreboard and for him and Sven are adding gold and items on the scoreboard. Sven's way ahead and should not be that way. No Yuntals, though, on this base. So that hurts. Really, really well played here by Vulcan. Umti has to... Well, once Vulcan dashes in, I think Umti has to R. But they aren't killing Blabber through Crescent Guard. I just think he has to R to make sure he gets it off. And then obviously it goes on this Sven. Not exactly ideal. Nice trap, though, from C9. Like, they turned the Yawn force out into a lot. So this is well played by C9. Really nice, actually, to take just... Like, Yawn went to base. They got mid-in. Insta make a play down here. And keep in mind that APA is down flash. Umti, of course, no flash. So The last fight, C9 definitely won out on the Summoner Spell War, too, and they cashed in really nicely here. Good first brick. That's feats. Well played. Well played. How do we get here? At least Impact got the wave. That's Rift down. APA able to get a little something something for himself. But still, yeah, Rift being immediately dropped mid. Good call from C9. Omti's going to try. Does get Blabber's flash. And APA TP'd. Thanatos does have to fix bot. TL had it in +2. Oh, nice escape from Loki. Oh, nice. That's a lot burned by Omti. I don't know if he... Like, this is a guaranteed kill by flashing now, but I don't know if he has to. I think that he can actually fish for Q. Because for me, like, if Yon's rotating from here, I think it's pretty secured. He was applying red buff, so... I'm just wondering if we can get out without flash. I think the flash is guaranteed. The play is okay. But they cannot fix bot. A lot of work done. Nice from C9. They're still stronger. TL definitely refusing to fight this one. That's okay. They're going to get 3 lanes. Take that trade at this point. It's Fimbulwinter for the Jace. That's nice. Especially in this patch. They're still on the 3 patch. Or 0.3. I feel like we can move this over a hair and then actually show the Talia, but I actually really like the idea of this graphic. I guess part of the seesaw, like they're just able to get this on early and then Kaisa rips it. They caught top really high too. They're slowing APA down in this approach. That's nice. Good. Nice from Core as well. Oh my god, Impact. Like, every time I see Impact get the Rumble, man, he's just doing something so fucking stupid. That's honestly really big for TL. Like, losing 1 to take 5 Otacons, for me, is pretty worth. It just nullifies the buff. This ult from Impact is so stupid. I kind of like the idea of Vulcan to at least stall, but again, Like, C9, because they're flipping this in a 5v5, it's really tough to win the fight afterwards. You're just kind of on trading up with Otacons versus them. I think that the engage that Impact has here is just too good. This R is so good from... And Loki was pretty much just keeping APA out, so he burns all of his tools on that. And then Impact just fucking fries him. That's a crazy good fight from Impact. Good job on Yawn for a cleanup too, but man, that's so good from Impact. Good chunk from Sven. Yes, chat. Rumble did carry that fight. That hurts. That's Dragon. Honestly, I think APA could have supported this. No, I guess he did. Just wasn't enough. Red Bus Sven. Yeah, if Red Bus Sven doesn't get involved here, like, this is actually a worth trade. But Red Bus Sven got involved. I mean, I think if APA walks here, like, right now, it's better. I actually, I really do. I really didn't hate that from Umti. I think he's... Like, Yawn can E over this wall, too, and be here. He holds. And then misses the W. Bit of a bummer. I'm not going to blame Umti, actually, for that one. I feel like both APA and Yawn could have done a better job of collapsing and supporting him, and he's doing the right thing by holding that point. I do think that that could have been a winning trade, for sure, actually. Oh my god, Rumble. Close fight. So Blabber has to go in, or else he gets stunned. Vulcan shorted that. Everyone has to flash out of Equalizer. Is that 2 flashes out? Flashback in from Umti is actually really sick. Umti actually nearly really smurfed this fight. So he got another Sundered Sky proc, and then if he Qs Blabber there, he gets a kill and a triumph, and then he still get a triumph. Thanatos did boom on the way out, but good flash from Thanatos. I mean, really close fight. Actually, a really close fight. I thought the opening of that fight was quite good for C9. I think this angle actually looks pretty good. I think, and they boomed Yon. So the 80s get traded. I mean, honestly, close fight. I think it was a oopsie from Core to combo Loki like this. And if Core, like, I don't think he can look for anyone in the front line, but I think he should just keep on walking with APA. Like, no one followed him on his combo, right? So for me, that's just null as a support. So I think you hold until your team has spells, like has focus, because there's a chance where if he holds his combo, then he can either force the fight on one side, or he can like sync up and they can get Loki with CDs. I think that's pretty much why it was a 3 for 2. Besides that, I think Impact again had a really nice fight. Every time I see Rumble damage, I'm in disbelief. Yeah, this champion is great. Like, there's a reason Impact's been playing this one for years. Impact's Rumble is just always so stupid fucking good, too. I mean... Didn't chase Loki, it's hard loss, no? No, like, Loki... For me... What do you mean by it's hard loss? Because, like, this is the combo I'm talking about, right? I mean, obviously, if this finds C9, like, in the grouping, it's huge, but he's not even close to being in range for that, and he's low. I just think that if you hold the combo here, then you might be able to set up that TL is actually able to turn on Loki, because he comboed and no one followed him up. Or if you hold it and you walk forward with your team, and you don't die, then you're able to at least threaten it against Loki, to where your team might be able to turn on him. And actually do damage. I mean, Umti's in there. They do this off of Impact being bought, so it's like a, hey, we can maybe pull the TP angle. They are down TPs in the map right now. TL just responded slow to this. And Yon got chunked by Loki. Great chunk by Loki. Spear Shojin on Vi is that good? I think Shojin's actually an OP item, period. So if I see Shojin, I'm probably going to think it's good. Good try by Sven. 2 for 1 in the back half. Not exactly what TL was looking for, but still kind of close. This game, I think that he is one of the few frontliners. If you go Sterax, then Kaisa might be able to shred you. But I don't think it's the buy on buy. I'll be... Because, like, Shojin scales with how many abilities, you know, actually have a cooldown. You're doing it for the Q cooldown. Like, is that really worth not having Sterax? I don't think so. Over Cleaver, I think that you Sterax this game. Cleaver only buffs up Zeri, and your solo front 9 goes Sterax. I'm not solo front 9, but it's you and Cow. I refuse to buy into the methodology of the LPL, which is it doesn't matter what jungle you pick, just build Shojin, build Cleaver, and we go from there. It's a hell of a play by Loki. And he's spotted on that control board, or on that sweep too, or trinket too. Really good control from C9. They had a ward right over the wall, so they were able to, like, this is spotted. Just, Yeah, I mean, Yawn just gets fucking one-shot by Aurora. That's cool. And then Umti is doing nothing. He queued in this Ven. Ouch. Ouch. Okay, so it all kind of came crashing down. I mean, great setup from C9 in that fight. Loki was really big in the back half of this one on the Aurora. Loki had a clear player of the game here for Loki. Kind of quiet. We just got really huge. Well played. That's a great look. Like a couple fights in a row where Loki just had great looks. So played the end of this game really, really well for C9. Well played. That is good to see. Aurora Gaming. What's up, Bach? That is Aurora Gaming. They need to decrease this champs ratios. The QE pop is just it's way too much. Like it's borderline like Zoe poppage. A little bit more ability to outplay, but that's too much in the game. All right, game 3 draft. TL taking the blue side. First pick the Schmezreel. Kong Ziggs. I really like the Lilia response here. I think that I see Wukong Ziggs not the best pick ability in the world to take down Leona. And then no marksman, which is like my greatest headache as Lilia, right? It's getting picked and then getting bursted down in a fight. Both gone. Also, I like the Narban of Thanatos, actually. I think that's very warranted. I think his bans from TL are very warranted. Denying impact Cassante too, very, very good. That guy's getting Cassante way too much. And Ari, again, you're signing up for such a low damage team here. Wukong is your only real tank buster. Poppy is being poised as a flex, but it's C9, so we expect this to go in the hands of Vulcan. And then it's the Hui for APA. That's new. We haven't seen a lot of APA Hui. Playing that in the Ari, if he's able to match the wave clear at all, and this team scales, I mean, scaling is definitely in favor of this team. Ari can help you pick the Lilia, but really surprised about just the lack of DPS that we have on C9. Just a real lack of DPS. And then we like playing Ari into like trying to get picks on a Lilia Ezreal is not easy. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of this one. Yeah, the RIP to half your HP. We saw that before the Baron Bach. I didn't like this draft. Even Aatrox, I think Aatrox into the top side is not bad. But are you really going to push around Ezreal? I think this draft sucks too. I think that C9's window to win the game here is just extraordinarily narrow. It's very narrow. Hui PA popped off. All right, so Impact able to get the first 3 creeps here. Whereas Thanatos... Oh, he got XP for 2. Impact got XP for... He's got more XP right now. So Thanatos was zoned off. And then Blabber scouted out here at level 2, and the Core's just going to come fuck with him. That's fun. I actually love that Core's been doing this in some of these games. Like, it does slow down the jungle clear. It's just now a question of, can Core get out? Which Yon's going to come rotate to help him. Ziggs denial had made no sense to me. Okay, so we have a dual lane, and then Scion and the Ziggs. That's not the best start for Scion. I mean, Ziggs can really own you early. You're very lane dominant. So, I mean, Ziggs gets a base and then TP's back, like, because the wave is stuck. Just the fact that Scion is so much more stable in the swap scenario versus Aatrox, TL really took advantage of that early. I'm surprised that Thanatos started in lane. I think that Aatrox is one of the champs where we are very pro starting or playing out 3 lanes from the start in the lane swap scenario. If we can, I don't think Aatrox is a champ where you can do that with. And then, like, now with where the map's at, it's pretty losing. Like, Scion's up 2 levels on Aatrox. Because Thanatos also decided to... I don't get why we have the Ziggs TP back. And then Thanatos... I mean, he walks and his wave is just fucked. That's bad. That's really bad early. If you leech level 2 off mid 2, then the way's up on the Ahri all game. We already kind of see that APA is able to push around Ahri. Good wraparound here from Vulcan. So they were at least able to get something off the bot priority, but yeah, like, I don't care about this kill. I still think this map is so much better for TL. Ahri can't pressure Hui as hard with Fog while Ziggs Poppy Wukong can play to hold space. Yeah, you're right. I feel like that's a decent point, Bach, because, like, for me, that kind of... It's a little bit more into synergy with the comp. I will say that instead of the Aatrox, I actually would have liked Camille a bit more here. I think that you're a little bit better in the swap scenario. The point and click later on can be really valuable against Lilia Ezreal to help with a Ziggs execute, and then you just bring more damage. No, I mean, it's definitely part of the game. Oh, yeah, TL's 100% easier to pilot. It's good to see APA play some way. For me, APA, again, I think it does take him a little bit longer to pick up champs. Just historically, it's just been the case, you know? I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just part of the player, right? That's just part of the game. Oh, he dinged 6 as Loki landed and then took away his entire health bar. Goodbye, Grubs. Sprint top. Where are we, Fuck the Krugs. Yeah, I think should have just made his way straight to Grubs here. It's better to do this on time with the chunk being in. APA's way. Calling him Hui PA. I like Hui PA. He's you know, I like Hui because he's the painter themed champ, and I get to say one of my favorite phrases, which is sometimes you just gotta paint with your feet and mix it up. I think C9's comp plays really nicely into Hui though. Again, you outrange everything, including Ziggs. Or Ziggs outranges you, but like outside of Ziggs, you still have ways to interact with them too. But you'll take this trade as TL. First 3 Grubs, first Drake. And your Scion is still piss chilling in this matchup. Thanatos has, you know, gotten back in a bit. He does win out on this matchup, but the lead that Scion started with really did help ease this one up for him. As, okay, we're skipping out on the caddy because we have a trap. Look at this, guys. With Scion, we get to cheat tempo in a couple ways. We can walk bot and support a bot play, or we can stay bot and then go answer the play top. Because guess what? This motherfucker gets the base and press R back, and you'll take the win. Nice play from TL. Good creativity here. Play seems busted in my Garbo low Ela. Yeah, I think sometimes Hui is a little bit overrated because you are really skill shot reliant. So, like, you're not as consistent of a champion, but the ability to pop off is huge. And if you're in Garbo Ela and they're just going to forever fight, then yeah, having the Hui champ, you have some grasp on how to use the 9 abilities and the insane amount of range and damage that's in this champ's kit, then yeah, you are pretty nice. Damn, dude. This Aatrox champion just got feasted upon. Good play by Umpteen Impact against Sion. You get push. There was a lead granted the Sion early on. More attention given to the Sion to focus the Aatrox later on, and even more now. No flash Thanatos, and yeah, just sleep into fully charged Q and the death. I like that. That's nice. I like it from TL. I think TL had an easier count to play and play with much better direction. Again, you can see if Aatrox like hits the combo, what can happen. Ooh, Blabber doesn't follow. That it is impact. Really nice too from APA. Blabber not Wing the ult hurts. Really nice to see Umpty pull out Lily again and pilot it well. He's known for it and he's performed on it. Yeah, I mean, again, I think sometimes the hate boners against TL are a little bit unwarranted. Inject impact sign into my veins, brother. K Kona. What's up, J-Dads? Hope all is well. Yeah, I really liked how TL played around played around and with the Sion. Thought it was really, really strong this game. Also, don't love the build coming out from Thanatos. Is it really Sundered Sky? Don't you kind of have to cleaver into Sion? Like you're getting Bramble Vest into eventual Thornmail into Unending Despaired, and you have no cleaver. I feel like that feels bad. Final fight with Impact Sign, and I was convinced. Ults for Chef Kiss. And the Sign Champ's good. Kind of fun seeing, especially in Fearless, some teams end up with like flavor picks. And it's kind of fun seeing who steals what. Like for me, TL adapting the Scion pick is definitely like a, oh shit, we faced this and it's good. Or everyone picking up the Pantheon support pick. Like, it was good. I really hate how C9 played this. I don't think that C9 can hit the objective here. Because now, like, again, the path that Sven took is bad, too. I mean, why are we walking through the lane brush when you can play around here if we're actually going to hit this? My thing is just, I feel like C9, because TL were playing 3 lanes at this point, they felt pressured to do something. And they aren't linked anywhere on the map. Like, they're hitting the dragon with mid being even and bot being in TL's favor. So that's illegal. But they have to hit it because APA had top in. So if they leave APA with 6 grubs in isolation, the game's fucked. And then Loki throws a charm that almost hit me. I mean, at least they got Umpty low. Oh, wow. But again, this fight is just so split and disjointed. And Impact is just winning on his side of the fight. And you get to play War of Attrition with Hui. And then you have a Scion Pinstring. Like, this is a really winning formula. I guess Blabber had no smite. Did they see him smite? I guess, yeah, he smited Umpty. Oh, that's weird. So literally, they're just flipping this. They're just like, if Blabber's not hitting this, then he must not have smite, I guess. Like, it's at 1,500, so... I mean, you're not even close to having fucking smite. Like, why hit this? I don't think resetting is good either, though, for C9. Like, again, I just... C9 are handcuffed. I don't know. I kind of shit across the board. A little bit of shitty Impact being immovable, though, in the bot side is pretty big. Did like how APA put this one out. Nice combo from Sven, too. Yeah, they're showing the fact that Blabber's smiting them. Yeah. All right, guys, don't worry. We can win the matchup now. This is a matchup that for Aatrox, if you're laning in the 1v1, like, Sion just cannot fucking play the game. But because of the swaps and how TL played it out, Sion got to play the game for the first 15 minutes. That's actually pretty pug. Now you just get shit on the matchup, you know, it's fine. Sven's not linked. Another case where C9 are not helping Sven get into these fights. You can't blame Sven for this. Like, Yon has red buff on Ezreal. He's eating forward. He has him jailed. The Vulcan not being able to take this control ward. Nice. Good defense from Yon. I think that's warranted. But, again, just the approach we have for C9. Sven is completely jailed. And we try to play this objective too fast. And APA dropping top wave. And then pulling this down because Sven can't link just leads to, oh, thanks for the leash, Rift Herald. Straight into mid. Good shit. Man. Honestly, a bit of a bummer, though, from C9. It feels like they just didn't respect the tempo in the back half of at least this game. And we're pulling the objectives, which is like set up really not being in our favor. This impact just continues to be Sion. Triple TP, no play. Oh, great stop, too, from Yon. I was going to say, tempo is about to be actually, like, even to C9 favors, but now it's just completely TL favored. Top's even, bot's about to be +1, and Hui's still pushing in. What's up, Izo? Thanks for the raid, man. Hope all is well. I saw your brother's got an OQ team. I don't know if you're playing OQs too, but... Or you streaming League or something else? Great help by Yon. When does he fire this one? Damn. That's tight. Potential for core to Q flash here. Like, as the sleep was still on Sven. That's what I was looking at. But they just take the force. Oh, they take the kill too. How'd this happen, man? Blabber's taking the Gromp, gets spotted on the control ward, APA goes right under him, and they kill Thanatos. I can't blame Thanatos too much. Feels like false sense of security for sure, because Blabber was just on the Gromp. Good play from APA, but that makes the rest of this just impossible. And Thanatos flashing is bad. Vulcan didn't get the wallbang. Bit of a bummer. Gets out. And C9 is stuck. This is bad. And the shifts in the night thing is a little bit unlucky. I just don't know why Blabber's on this Gromp. Just doesn't matter. I mean, if Sven's able to TP back in, like, or Vulcan and Sven reset, and you were able to retake Drake in any way, shape, or form, it's not bad. Especially after Core got chunked. Looks like Loki burned his ult, though, and just they weren't able to get a kill. So Core was able to get out. Chapping off screen. Let's see if we get a replay. Loki TP top. Meanwhile, we have reset for TL, so they don't take the dragon yet. Yeah, they're gonna retake map. They got top in after, yeah. So APA fixed top, and then let's collapse and take 2 objectives. So Thanatos has to answer, and they can't get in without man advantage. And that's the other thing about the C9 draft. Like, you want to hold shit as Ziggs, but I don't think they have anyone that can actually get them into an objective. They don't have an angle. And yeah, this is bad. Oh, good try from Vulcan. This is really nice from Vulcan. I mean, I would say it's a little bit too late, but again, like, they're trying to play through bot, and then Loki fishing around here is not warranted. So good play from APA, but again, C9 just... Like, C9, I feel like a lot of their problems get fixed if they approach objectives together and actually play to connect or play to link. And they're not respecting the side of the objective that they're playing to link in or fight in. Like, Loki's approaching... Like, they have bot linked. They need to play through bot. They want to play this dragon. Whether that's right or wrong, I do think it's wrong in this game. I think they need mid, and they need to play through, like, a wider... Something wider. With the Ziggs Wukong Ari. Like, if you play into something this narrow against Rel, I think that you get cooked. They need a wider approach. But that's a different story whether it's right or wrong. Either way, we're not respecting the rules. We're not picking one side of the objective to play on. We're not respecting that. They're getting cooked for it. All right. Let's scam. I mean, congrats on being up a level, man. We just walked into playing at 1 tap. Jan Zezreal is pretty good. Back when when Jan first started playing, he went under the tag Aki Noki with 100 Thieves next. And Ezreal was the first champ where I'm like, damn, this guy can fucking play. He was a big Ezreal player in the ladder. Good afternoon, Mr. Cubby. What's up, Nori? Good afternoon, y'all. Almost got Thanatos there. He didn't have flash, so I do like the look from Impact, even if it didn't connect. If Jan hits that W, he does get Sven. Got behind the turret. Not a lot of armor. So it's a Shojin third. We fucking love that. Ooh. Good pick. I mean, this is necessary at this point. 4 C9. C9 finds 2. APA have to show here? No. Bad from APA. Good play from Blabber. But dumb from APA. He's no flash. He needs to get out. Just go long way. I feel like top 4 are all improved. I mean, I can't say that for FlyQuest or TL. 100 Thieves for sure is improved. C9 is definitely better. All right, 3v5. Jesus fuck, yawn. That's clean. Ooh. Don't need this back click. Blabber's no flash, no ult for tracking that. Those are really good clicks. Nah, we're out. Oh, I feel yawn. I just saw Sven throw a Q. I think that this is where yawn can E this way. I know that this sounds crazy. I think that if you... Like, what I'm concerned about right now, and this is pretty deep into the fight, but I know that Wukong has no flash ult. Okay? I know that Vulcan has flash ult. So for me, I can afford, after this Q on the Vulcan, to E and try and kill the Poppy. And I like that. Like, you can actually deal with this. I just think that, and also Yawn doesn't commit to that side of the fight. He's still trying to play to his turret. If he commits there, then unironically he's safe from those two. He'd have to deal with whatever Ziggs throws at him, which, I mean, he could die. But we die anyway. I think if he did E forward on the Vulcan, I do think that that's the right play. Either that, or like you W E Thanatos and you E to here. So like you short it, but you're in range, then hopefully you're out of range of the Kong. So we kind of split our damage. And then Vulcan, again, if we QE, we do kill. Obviously Sven can throw shit at you, but he was down mana and his Q cooldown was off cooldown. LPL, English, wake up, live VoDs. What's up, Slayer? Good to see you, boss. Hopefully I see you tomorrow, by the way. And not just for the, you know, Among Us. I don't know if you're making it to the birthday party of our mutual friend. It's part of why we were... Or, shit, sorry, 2 days from now. The 1st. I do think that Yawn might have been able to clean up a little bit more there. Dude, I mean, I'm in. Yes. Excellent. We will see you there. Ooh. Getting Yawn's nice. And the clone caught the whale. Alright, good job, C9. They picked the right side of the objective to play. We're able to get everyone in the river and actually like put it reasonably. Kind of a bold try from Zen, considering Umti didn't smite Dragon, so we had to smite up. Ooh, go Umti. I actually didn't know that you could stall a red buff like that late in the game as Lilia. Today I learned. Sometimes I play Lilia. I'll have to put that into my game. Pick that one up. I like how Yon's just trying to farm the cooldown of his R. And you can see that Ezreal R is kind of bugged, because look at where the line is. And look at where it ends up being. And snaps back in. It's kind of funny. That's unfortunate. Nice. ITL's done a really nice job of carving out space for themselves. And now they get to pinch Thanatos if they so choose. So they zone him out. Loki goes on Umti. Okay. Good chunk. Umti gets the jungle privilege though. Yeah, RAR. Oh boy. Okay, that's a way to lose. Loki's stuck on one side of the fight. He played out. Great re-engage here by TL. Good call. Good execution. Yeah, GG's. Wait, how did Thanatos get bonked? What sent him airborne? Play pull on diff levels? Oh, you cast in river? That's bullshit. Oh, I did. Okay, I see it. Yeah. Oh. Ouch. It's got to be the claw. I mean, great play by Impact and Umti. Good cleanup by TL. That was pretty easy for them. I like the look from Loki to at least delay, but again, TL just did a really nice job of carving out space for themselves. Like, the ult from Loki to the way was good, but once he starts heading towards top, I think C9 has to play their way out. Just they get top pushed, they catch mid, and then they go fix shit from there. What? Oh, Blabber's going for hero flank. Honestly, I think this needs to be Vulcan. If it's Vulcan, at least you can look for Keeper's Verdict and then wallbangs to get back in. I mean, Blabber is trying to do this, and his whole team is stuck responding to Psy on top, which is, I mean, it looks bad. I don't know what C9 is trying to do. So, we're just going to call it tough and move on. I like the TP bot. You can threaten, like, as a Scion too, he TP's bot and walks into river to just threaten pressing R. If he presses R, he gets C9 completely out of river, which, oh boy, that's this poor little Ziggs, man. Oh, yawn. Did Vulcan try and E him? Did we flash out? No. I'm trolling. Wait, where's his R? Oh, I didn't see the R. Oh, that's the bug. Yeah, that's the chrono break. I mean, it's still pretty lost. Yeah, it's still pretty lost. GG. Aftershock, let him cast it and send it on CD, but the alt never came out because you can't alt MIDI. That's weird. Failed Chrono Break. APA with the heart to the Brazilian audience. Nice. All right. GG's, guys. Congrats to TL. Thanks so much for tuning into this VoD review. If you're on the stream, we got 100 Thieves versus TL next. If you're on the YouTube VoD, thanks so much for tuning in. Likes, comments, subs help the channel out a lot. And follow me everywhere at CubbyXX, including Twitch, where I stream these live. Until the next VoD. Peace.